What's up guys, it's Shana and today we're going to check out Klgcc, particularly Senada Residences. We are in Klgcc area again, and this is where I want to introduce a new terminology for those who have not heard before. It's called the green lung. So for every town council, they will always dedicate this certain area to be green in the city itself. It's as if this area will be the lung for that particular area. This address really demonstrated that. Where in the city right now, there's only two possibilities. We can really have green open areas. Number one is via golf courses, where you have the 9-hole, the 18-hole. So that green space is kind of man-made. The other format would be forest reserve. And in this location, you kind of have both. That's so cool. And for this area, we have kind of checked East Residence before, which is that golf site living landed properties, which is amazing, right? Now we're going to check out the high-rise mixed development. Let's go to the show unit first and show you guys around. First of all, let's get our coordinates right. If you come from Klgcc, right, this is the LDB highway, and when you make a right turn, you'll be on Sprint Highway, and that connects you further into Damansara and Bangsa and KL City. So Klgcc is seriously this master plan that is surrounded by different prominent addresses such as TDDI, Bukit Kiara, PJ Section 17, Damansara Heights, Mong Kiara, Bangsa, then Bandar Utama, and etc. As if this is that neglected piece of land for a very long time. Suddenly now they only want to develop. So when you come from LDP, that's the Sprint Highway, right? And there's a left turn in whenever you want to turn into Mong Kiara or Sri Hatamas. And there will be a branch in, and right before the branch, that will be Senada Residence. And you can see from the surrounding, there's nothing much but greeneries. So some characteristic of the site, it's rather peculiar because there are just a lot of public buildings around this area. You have the elevated promenade over there, then you have the Stadium Juara, Youth Center, Equestrian Park, and that will be one of the main selling points, the TPC Golf and Country Resort. So you can see this entire master plan in total of 360 acres are all green. Not only that, just now when I mentioned this is a combo between two types of greens, right? This is the natural forest reserve of 245 acres next to this. So when you are staying here, imagine that horizon of greens. Fuyo. We are now at a scale model, and it's a mixed development. There will be 2 residence blocks, 1 corporate tower for offices, and there will be this retail. So for the residents, there will be 2 blocks consisting of 429 units. 1 block will be 259, the other will be 170 units. And why I say this mixed development makes a lot of sense in this particular area, because if you look generally in all the buildings, you have the polo club, you have the convention center, you have the TPC golf course. Generally all are public buildings, but what if as a resident I need to get coffee, I need to get a book or stationeries and things like that, right? Where do I go to? The nearest one will be Sri Hatamas or Mong Kiara, and that seems to be the feedback since our last visit here. This project then brings that convenience portion to this entire master plan. That's cool. For a mixed development, what's important is the different access for different functions. So all cars will come in here. That will be the entrance at the far end for the residents, and the rest for the commercial will be in the front. Then for their facilities, you have that 2-acre sky park garden, and that consists of all these facilities lah, right? And generally that facilities connects these 3 buildings all together. And what I can observe here, there's a clear demarcation of boundary between the commercial building as well as the residence, so that's very important. So in terms of floor plate design, Tower A has a higher density, which is 15 units per floor, and for Tower B it's 10 units per floor, and both also served by 3 lifts. The unit that we're going to check out today will be Type C. This is a 915 square feet, 2 bedroom, 2 bathroom unit. And when we come in from the foyer, right away you can see the dining and living. So you can see bedroom 1 and the principal bedroom that comes with its own principal bath. This will be a common shared bathroom, and then you can see that elongated kitchen at the side with its own yard. into the unit, this will be a 1 meter clearance door, and straight away you have this kitchen combining with dining and living at the end. Tucked at the side, this will be the linear kitchen. So this is seriously a very long kitchen, right? To be exact, from this wall to the edge is around 4 meters, where you can clearly accommodate your workstation, your basin, your hood and hob, all your storage spaces around. And right at the edge will be your yard space. And please be informed that this is a show unit, so please do check with your respective salesperson on the marketing packages and what will be provided in the unit lah. And here we are in the kitchen, and what I like in this design is they kind of blur that borderline between the dining and the kitchen. So it's pretty rare that we have the island right up front, and in this manner they combine the workstation, the breakfast counter along with the dining table. Also in the actual scenario, this will be a solid wall. This will be the living room. And in terms of width of the living room, is 3.5 meters and the height standard is around 3.3. It's very spacious. And what's cool, the unit comes in full height floor to ceiling window with the intention of captivating that amazing view that you will have. Moving on, this will be the 2 bedrooms and 1 common bathroom shared between the guest and the user for this room. You have full height wall tiles, window that connects to the yard, shower screen, and the height is amazing. So for specs, you have Kohler as well as your WC. Next will be the principal bedroom, and you can see that full height window, right? Just imagine if you're at level 15 or level 20, right? This would look amazing. You have timber flooring, timber skirting, and you can put in a queen size bed with bedside tables. The 3.3 ceiling height really adds drama to the space. Just imagine if daylight just penetrates through this, right? Next to that, you have your dressing table, your wardrobe space around here, and this will be the principal bathroom. Similar treatments, you have Kohler basin and WC, then your shower screen and shower, and generally for their products, the toilets are usually very amazing lah. And just to highlight on the finishes between different materials, so you can observe the termination of the skirting via the shadow gap along with the timber flooring. Then the joint between the timber flooring and the tiles, you have this transition material, very nice. Then last of all would be this bedroom. Again, similar treatments of the timber flooring. And I'm not too sure whether the actual unit is going to be feeling so narrow, but in actual fact it's 3 meters by 2.7 meters, which is quite a reasonable size, maybe because of the ID treatments they put in and integrate the shelves along with the bed. That's why it feels kind of narrow. I'm not sure. And the current selling price for a project like this, it's 1,003 per square feet, and a unit like this is going to cost around 1.2 to 1.4 million, depending on which height and which orientation, of course, because just imagine if you face the golf course view, it's gonna look so good. But I think in today's episode, I want to focus on something else. We all know that this area is just surrounded by greens, which is amazing. But I realized besides that green lung, you also have this selling point of being surrounded by a lot of commercial areas. Let's go check that out. But first, let's stop by the site. We are now at site, and this is Jalan Bukit Kiara 1 coming out directly from the Sprint Highway, and this will be the entrance into Senada Residences. And it's pretty obvious, right, the welcoming statement. Once you turn into this road, you can see the perimeter landscape is just very well done. You have all the bushidas, the shading through, and this will be the convention center, and that might be a concern. So let's say when things are back to normal and there will be a lot of visitors, you know, during conventions, right? There will be a lot of cars parked around, and guess where they will be hanging out? Most likely will be in the retail area of Senada. In terms of commercial activities, it's beneficial, but from a privacy point of view, let's say every weekend, Saturday, Sunday, they have events, right? When you need to come home, you need to go through the congestion. Something to point out. So here you can see the double height volume for the retail areas. Then you have the office towers, and this will be the exit from the car park area lah. So that joins immediately to the exit, right out to Spring Highway again. This is the connection between Spring Highway and Jalan Bukit Kiara, and this is the entrance. On a normal day basis, as I think it's almost there already, this road is pretty busy, and Block A of Senada Residences and the corporate tower is located right at the fringe of the development, and it's right next to this highway, and the noise will be the main concern here. And judging by the construction progress right now, and in accordance to their timeline, this building will be completed around mid next year. It's pretty cool, especially the architectural elements. You can see the curvaceous facade, you can see the welcoming structures and all. It's nice. Now let's move on to the very first commercial center, which is in proximity. And now 15 minutes away from site, this is Desa Sri Hatamas, where it's currently congested already. This is like the first day where it's opened up. So this is the main area where all residents of Mong Kiara, Sri Hatamas hang out. This is where you have the conventional shop offices and a lot of F&B outlets, banks and etc. Wow, check out the cars. And this location is really in between Sri Hatamas and Mong Kiara itself. And what's cool is 10 to 15 minutes away from Senada. Right out of the highway, choop, come here already. Also, to add on, this location is also very famous for its density of international schools. And that's why this location has always been the favorite for expats as well. Okay, just to take note. From Senada Residences, another 15 minutes away, we will arrive at Bukit Damansara. And this is Plaza Damansara to be exact, the commercial area where it consists of offices and a lot of F&Bs. So this is where you have your pubs, your cafes, and a lot of lifestyle elements such as your hair salon, your physiotherapies, your gym, your workout centers, and etc. And this area is really famous for its affluence. So on weekdays, it will be filled with people that works in the office. Then on the night time or evening, on the weekends, right, it will be full of people enjoying the F&B outlets. It's just a very happening area, and now you see it's already double parking already. And in areas like this, you are considered lucky to have a spot for double parking. That's how vibrant this location used to be, and I'm happy to see things are almost back to normal. Next stop. Hey guys, so another 10 to 15 minutes away, we are now at Jalan Marong, Bangsa. And right behind Marong, we can see Damansara City already, where you have the new DC Mall and the new Pavilion development and the MRT station as well. So from Senada's residence, you have two MRT stations. One will be the Filio Damansara station, another one will be this Damansara station, and that is quite exciting. So you can see, pretty cool. Unfortunately, it's raining, if not I can show you more. But that just shows you the connectivity and convenience of Senada Residences location. It's more than just greens and all. And now let's look for somewhere dry to close the episode, right? Let's go. Then another 15 to 20 minutes away, we are now in PJ section 17. This is in between section 17 and section 16. And a little bit more, you will have Jaya 1 already. And that's how connected Senada Residences is. And with that, it's now time for Sean take 3 on 3. For the 3 things that I like, number 1, definitely the green lung. You can see that in between all these addresses, right, there's this humongous, I think easily you total up together, it's around 500 over acres of green area that consists of golf courses and reserve land. So when you look into the drone shots, right, everything seems so low dense, everything seems so green, so wonderful. And imagine if you are staying on top of Senada Residences, around 20 over stories, right, the view is going going to be amazing. Also comes with that, right, you will have that serenity, that quietness, because generally everything else around the area is all low density and it's all generally public buildings. The second thing I like would be the mixed development portion of this development, where it consists of the office tower as well as the retail downstairs. That somewhat was the missing piece around this master plan, as everything was public buildings and high-end residences and golf courses by TPC, right? That's about it. And now with this being built, the convenience portion of things is settled. And the last part will be the connectivity to all these prominent addresses. Like 5-10 minutes away, you get to go to Desa Sri Hatamas. Then 5-10 minutes away, you get to go to Plaza Damansara and Damansara Heights. You get to come to Bangsa, and that connects you to Jalan Marong. That connects you to gardens as well. So within proximity, you are connected to a lot of malls, a lot of international schools, a lot of commercial areas. Yet when you come back from them, right, it's not too much of a drive. And then you will be back to your home, which is covered by another 500 over acres of green land. Choo! Then for the three things that I don't like, number one would be the immediate convention center next to the site. Now MCO time, I don't think there will be any conventions, but on a normal basis, let's say every weekend you have one or two, right? It's right next to the site and I'm very worried with the congestion that will happen. And when they have congestion, it's very good to the commercial areas because the retails will feed off the crowds. Unfortunately, the congestion will be a hurdle for residents to go back because the entrance for the residents is actually at the far back, and I worry that there's not enough buffer for the residents to have a separate way and the shoppers in another. Yeah. Then the second thing would be the position right next to Sprint Highway. That is the highway that connects Federal Highway over, connects Bangsa over, connects PJ over to Mont Kiara's direction. Although it brings connectivity to the site, unfortunately it will bring noise as well, especially for residents at Tower A, which is right next to it. I think Tower B will be slightly more sheltered, so this highly depends on the finishing on the window spec for the project. Hopefully it will buffer off the noise when you close all the windows lah. And last of all would be the unit layout along with the floor plate typology. So you have two tower A and B, and one unit you have 15 units per floor, the other one you have 10 units per floor. I think that's pretty okay, but what's weird for me is that maximum number of rooms in this apartment will be 2 bedrooms. Based on our visits in other projects, 900 over square feet, sometimes you get to already squeeze in a good, nice 3-bedroom layout. But in this case, the architect chose to locate more areas to have a higher ceiling space, to have a more spacious living and dining, to have a more spacious kitchen and principal bedroom. So I don't know, which one would you prefer? Would you prefer number of rooms or the quality of space instead, right? And I guess that's all for this episode. Thank you very much to the team for having me in this visit. This is a very exciting trip because this is our second time here, right? And in this round, we get to document the other side of the forest reserve, which is incredible. The area of green is so big. Even on the map, you can see it's a very prominent feature in between all these significant addresses. Because of that, you get to really experience the living lifestyle of being in the city and being in nature at the same time. Just that it comes with a price tag lah. And with that, thank you very much for watching. If you really like this episode, like it, share it, and even subscribe for more information like this. Until next time, this is Sean Tan. Ciao.